Under the street are big metal pipes called water mains. They carry clean drinking water to our homes. But when the pipes get old and rusty, they can crack. Then water bursts out and shoots up to the surface. That's what's happening here. A water main has burst. The water looks brown because it's dragging sand and mud with it. And see those light brown bubbles? That's foam. It forms when rushing water mixes with air and minerals in the soil, kind of like shaking a soda bottle. The water is flowing into this drain, the one you see here. That's called a storm drain. It's meant to carry rainwater from the streets down to the creek.
Yeah. So it's all going down to the creek. Is what, cardboard or mud? That?
Yeah.
Does it look like cardboard? I think it does, but it's actually sand. It's all the sand that's come out of the ground. You could practically like canoe in this. Don't fall in, please.
Someone called the city to report the broken pipe. 2 city workers, who were part of a team called the Environmental Response Team, have already gone down to the creek to make sure sand and mud aren't blocking the drain. If the drain got blocked, the water could back up and even flood into people's houses. Next, the city workers need to shut off the water going to the broken pipe. They do this at something called a water main valve. You can spot these valves along sidewalks. A city worker opens the cover and uses a long metal tool, shaped like a T, to turn the valve and close it. That stops the water from flowing. Before digging to find the broken pipe, the workers need to make sure they don't hit any other pipes. There are lots of things underground. Other water pipes, electrical cables, even gas lines that could explode if they were hit with a shovel. To check, a worker uses a tool called a utility locator. It's the gray tool shaped like a number 7 that he waves over the ground. When he passes over a pipe, it beeps.
So he's marking out where all the pipes are underground.
When he finds a pipe, he marks it with spray paint. Yellow is for gas line. Red is electricity. Orange means phone or internet. Green is for sewer pipes. The worker also carries a screen that shows where the pipes should be.
So this is the storm drains, guys. The pipes that go from here. He's marking out where they go.
So there's regional and then there's storm.
That's really cool. Thank you.
Now that the water is draining away, a sinkhole has appeared.
Because all the water washed away the
I
sand.
want to see under it.
So now look, that
I can see it.
It's about to fall.
Peyton, you can see under the sidewalk. Look at, wait, that's a deep sidewalk.
And that one's floating.
Oh, look, it's sinking in. What?
But that's why you don't want to stand on the sidewalk right now,
Well,
right?
look, it's going up and down. You see under it?
There's water.
It's like breathing.
Because there's water.
I know, but we don't want to fall in.
Oh no!
Falling. Where's falling?
There it goes.
Number 3. I was gonna say, I heard this has happened here.
Yeah, we lost this tree once already.
Oh, wow.
The whole thing, and
Look.
this, like you can see the new, all this sidewalk, it just upended and went down. So keep the little ones back.
Yeah, let's step back, guys. That means the hole goes out pretty far.
Yeah, because we lost up to this one here,
Wow.
and it was bizarre. It just whoop like that and was
Jeez.
gone.
And how so strange is happening again?
Yeah. And funny enough, I called 2 days ago when the hole started, and I called 311 and I said, you might want to come look at the hole that's starting.
A city worker has just arrived with a water pump to pump out the water from the hole.
Look, there's, see, they're pouring the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like vibrations.
As the water drains away, you can start to see how much sand has been washed out. It's left a big hole in the ground. That's called a sinkhole. Slowly, the roots of an old tree appear under the sidewalk.
Yeah, you're right. See, there's nothing under there either.
Wait, this boy. That's how this is. My boy is so fall.
Yeah. Is the tree gonna fall over now? Yeah.
The water has washed away the soil around this baby elm tree's roots. Now the tree has nothing to hold it up, so it's going to fall over. But the broken water main is somewhere underneath this tree, so the workers will need to remove the tree to reach the pipe anyway. The workers are going to use a big yellow machine, called a digger, to pull the tree out of the ground. You can see the digger coming over to the tree now. They're going to tie a rope from the digger's bucket to the tree and pull out, just like a carrot. Unfortunately, the camera operator was keeping an eye on her kids, and the tree popped out quickly, so she didn't catch on video. Now the city workers are using the digger to scoop out soil so they can reach the broken water main. Notice how they're staying away from that strip of grass. See the orange and red paint lines on the ground? Those mark telephone and electrical cables. The workers have to be very careful not to hit them with the digger. There's still a lot of water in the hole, so the workers are keeping the water pump going while they're digging.
Whoa.
The digging is slow work and takes a long time. As more water is pumped out of the hole, the ground on the other side of the sidewalk begins to sink. There's still more water to remove before the workers can reach the broken pipe. Right now, the ground is like dirty soup. So the workers stop using the digger and wait until more of the water is pumped out. Finally, the workers are ready to start digging again. They need to hurry because it's starting to get dark and nobody on the street will have water in their houses until the pipe is fixed. The digging continues, but water keeps flowing into the hole. To try and dry it out, the workers move the pump from under the sidewalk into the hole where the digger is working. Now comes the fun part. Once the hole is close to the depth of the water main, the workers stop using the digger and switch to a Hydrovac truck. A Hydrovac is like a giant vacuum cleaner. It sucks up mud and rocks into two big storage tanks. The workers also use a pressure washer to loosen the dirt so the vacuum can slurp it up more easily. Why not just use the Hydrovac from the beginning? Because the truck only has two tanks. If they fill up too soon, the truck has to drive away to be emptied, and the workers would be stuck waiting for hours. That's why they first pump out as much water as they can and save the Hydrovac for the heavy mud at the end.
I'd be waiting for this part.
Waiting for the extravaganza.
This is it? There's no sucking happening.
Anticlimactic.
But what's it doing?
What? Nothing.
Oh, it's not on yet, right?
Well, you'll hear it when it goes.
Okay.
Okay, you want me to punch or?
Oh, that is so cool.
As the workers get closer to the broken pipe, they need to figure out exactly where the hole is and where the water is coming from. That's tricky even in the daytime, but now it's night and the hole is dark. So the workers set up bright lights to help them see better.
Back here where the water's pushing? Huh? Around here maybe?
Finally, the broken water main starts to come into view. As more of the pipe is uncovered, it's clear the water main is in bad shape. See that brown stuff on the metal? That's not dirt, that's rust. Now a worker has to climb down into the hole to clear more mud from around the pipe and figure out exactly where the break is. The ground is still wet and soupy, so he has to stand right on the pipe and try to keep his balance while he works with his shovel. To clean the pipe, the worker uses a tool called a chain scraper. It's a metal chain that he pulls back and forth over the pipe to scrape off the rust. It's kind of like scrubbing a dirty frying pan, but instead of a sponge, he's using a heavy chain. They found the hole in the pipe, and now it's time to fix it. The workers do this by clamping a metal sleeve around the rusty pipe. This same section of pipe has already broken 3 times in the past 3 years. Given how rusty it is, that's no surprise. But the workers aren't here to replace the whole pipe. That kind of project takes a lot of planning and costs the city a lot of money. For now, this fix is more like putting a Band-Aid on the pipe and hoping it doesn't break again too soon.
Okay, wash it again. Yeah, hey, take the tube down there, yeah.
To secure the clamp, the workers use a special tool called a torque wrench. It's like a heavy-duty wrench that makes sure each bolt is tightened just the right amount. The bolts can't be too loose or water would leak out. But they also can't be too tight because that could crack the clamp or damage the pipe even more. See the red caps on top of the bolts? Those are designed to snap off once the bolt is tightened exactly enough. It's like a built-in signal that says, "Stop, this one's just right." Something isn't quite right with the bolts on this clamp. When a worker uses the torque wrench, the bolts don't seem to be tightening the way they should. That's a problem, because if the bolts don't tighten properly, the clamp won't seal the hole in the pipe, and water could still leak out. Unfortunately, one of the bolts is broken, so the workers need to cut it off and start over. They use a big power tool called a quick cut saw to slice through the metal bolt. This saw is extremely loud. When using loud tools, it's important to protect your ears. Hearing damage happens slowly over time, and if you do what these men are doing, you'll regret it when you're older. use the chain scraper once more to smooth out the pipe, and then try to clamp the pipe again. This time, everything goes smoothly. The bolts on the clamp tighten just the way they should. Now that the clamp is securely in place, the hard part is finished. And best of all, the workers can get ready to turn the water back on. So everyone on the street can finally brush their teeth, wash their hands, and flush their toilets again. But there's one catch. Because the pipe had a hole, dirt and air got inside. This pipe carries drinking water, and it ends at the last house on the street. That means the dirt and air would stay trapped unless they're flushed out. So the workers do two things. First, they ask people to go door to door and have neighbors turn on their cold water taps. As the water runs, it pushes the last bits of dirt and air out of the system.
So Andrew's helping me out. We got to go ask everyone to open their cold water taps to flush the mains.
Second, they find a fire hydrant that's connected to the water main. They attach a hose to it and run the hose into the storm drain. This gives the air inside the pipe a place to escape.
Bleeding the air out. It's a pressure release valve.
Now, they're finally ready to open up the water valve and let water back into the pipe.
No, it's that there's a blue lid.
Yeah.
And then there's a key that goes down. This thing is what they use to open and close the valve.
Oh yeah. So this big thing here is a key?
Basically, yeah. It goes down the hole.
And I guess all the water's just stuck like right here.
Yeah, and then
Pipe goes in.
the pipe goes down there.
Hopefully there's no leaks.
Finally, the water is turned back on.
Some dad, because he's an engineer, and then we got
Dad
some
can
other
make the pump?
guys from
Yeah.
around here.
Even though the pipe is fixed, the hole isn't ready to be filled in yet. The city still needs to send people to inspect the repair and make sure it was done properly. They also need to test the water from people's taps to be sure it's clean and safe to drink. Once that's finished, the workers can finally fill the hole back up with gravel and dirt.
Oh, they actually come in the house and take water samples?
Yeah.
Oh, I
In
see.
some circumstances. Because of how the
cord is a circle?
court is, well, really it's supposed to be tied back in to make a constant loop.
But because it's not, water accumulates and then can be pushed back up and it can be contaminated? Ah, okay. I get it. Oh, so you don't fill it up till they've done the sampling?
Everything sample, everything, make sure everything's good. These are still turn on the water main, really.
Right. So people have water, but this is going to be open until they...
Sorry, excuse me.
This is going to be left open until they do the samples?
Yeah, samples, then I can backfill.
Okay. Thank you so much for bearing with me and listening to me ask questions.
Hopefully we don't see you again,
Yeah.
which is a good thing
Yes.
for you guys.
Oh, thank you again.
No,
Really,
no
I
problem.
appreciate your time.
By the next morning, the hole was filled in. The city will return later to plant grass and fix the sidewalk. Thanks to the hard work of the crews, the water main is repaired and the street is safe again.